Good evening and welcome to the 7 o'clock talk. We actually get to be outside. It's absolutely gorgeous outside. And today we thought we'd do something a little different. I wanted to take a moment and just say, I'm human, and so I can't wait for things. And she'll tell you that. But I did my in-house cholesterol today. So over the last couple of months, we saw that I was hypothyroid, had incredibly high cholesterol numbers, 340, and I had thyroid antibodies. And so then I started to treat myself for those. Quit looking for four-leaf
I know,
clovers.
it's addicting. I'm gonna find one. I have to. It's my goal every day.
And so I started to treat myself. So 2 months ago, roughly, my cholesterol was 340. I am on no statins. I changed my diet, and I am taking 3 supplements that are specifically for my thyroid. And today, my cholesterol came back at a 162. That's the lowest I've ever seen it.
Well, that was half of what it was.
Yeah,
And
it was a 340.
The diet change has only been in the last 3 weeks, so that just shows you how much you can actually change.
Yeah, the power of nutrition and diet.
And tell them what diet you.
We're basically following a vegetarian diet
with very little dairy.
With really no, well, no, I guess we have Mexican, we do throw
like tiny bits.
But it's one of the food plans that we give patients, that we go over stuff with the patients for. Actually, one of our other patients is on this nutrition plan. And I got to say, it's actually, we eat a lot of Mexican food on this. It's delicious. My protein sources are, we still have had hamburger a couple of times. When we were in St. Louis, I still ate, we just totally pitched the thing out the window there because ribs and cannoli and Italian food. So you don't have to be perfect to make changes. You just 80 to 90% of the time you got to be
a drastic, really change, really.
So some of the things that we actually use, one of my things for the microbiome is the Ultra GI Replenish. Absolutely love this stuff. I put it in my smoothies. If you've watched some of the Facebook stuff, you'll see me put this and the Ultra Inflamex in my smoothies. And my smoothies generally consist of an apple, a banana, avocado, celery, carrots, blueberries, and I freeze those. And then my base is a green tea. So that's one thing that we actually teach you is if you're going to do this, you might as well compound the benefits on stuff. And so now we get to do an unboxing here. So let's see what we got. I stabbed myself with this when we were changing the grill on Casey's truck. So I knew this was sharp. And I bled and bled and bled. Tomorrow we are going to do, like I said, I'm impatient. We're going to do a more in-depth blood testing. We'll probably video that as well. Like I said, this goes to Granny. So I'll let her tell you Granny's story.
Well, Granny is my mom, and she's probably been sick for 2 years. And we've been trying to change her world for at least 2 years, at least. Where we've actually been trying to persuade her to change her world. And she went from 130 pounds to she currently weighs 84 pounds, has went through every test the medical professionals can put her through, including swallowing a camera and following it through from mouth to anus with zero information gained.
I would so love to have one of those.
So we did have her, she was seeing a cancer doctor because they thought maybe she had cancer because she was losing her blood. So the only thing different that we changed for her was we put her on a Phyto Multi and from
bone broth.
And bone broth, but she had been doing the bone broth, but she started it the same day she got a lab. A week later, she had another lab. So she'd only taken her phytomulti twice a day for 1 week, and she brought her blood count up an entire 1 point. And then they did it again, and she did it the same, which is crazy.
It's impressive.
And she also had kidney failure and kidney damage that she had had for a while, but usually you don't reverse it. And she actually, her kidney functions are now better, and she's held them there. And both her the cardiologist that she saw and cancer doctor, which she doesn't, they said she didn't have cancer, and the kidney doctor, nephrologist, couldn't believe it. So the only thing that she's changed is bone broth, but she's been doing that for quite a while.
That
And then we
helped
got her
start
to
to heal her
take
gut up.
phytomultis, and so now she went to the doctor, and he's like, to try to get some weight on you, you probably should try a smoothie every day, which Trevor's been trying to get her to eat smoothies for years.
A couple of years.
So she, it's like, I think I should eat smoothies. So we brought her this, we got her a Ninja, and we took her everything to make her smoothie. So I hope in 30 days
we get even more
good.
weight.
Yeah.
So this is one of the integrated health staples. Absolutely, positively love this stuff. This is the Omegagenics EPA DHA 2400. Each teaspoon of this is 2,400 milligrams of EPA and DHA. I can change people's lipid labs and their triglycerides with this little bad boy right here without any ill effects, and other than if you consider an ill effect of becoming more anti-inflammatory, your immune system will become more responsive. EPA and DHA are turned into resolvins in the body, and they resolve the immune response. So a lot of people who had COVID and their immune system was going bonkers, this is one of the things that a lot of the guys were using to help calm the immune system down. As well as vitamin D. Vitamin D is so very important. We have that in the house for her. My vitamin D levels, that's one of the few things that I'm pretty rock solid on. Then we go into this box. I don't know what we have in here. I forgot what all, this was an expensive order.
Well, I'd really like to see some turmeric and golden fusion, but I don't think.
No, there's no golden fusion in this. It's still on back order.
We've been waiting on that for months.
To tell you how important turmeric has become, everybody is using it, everybody is consuming it, and you might as well just go buy a real high quality turmeric nutritional.
Yeah.
Just the spice turmeric. And the reason why I say just go buy the spice turmeric is the secret sauce in having turmeric get absorbed and getting the curcuminoids in the body is you want to consume it with a good omega-3 or a good fat and add a little black pepper to it. So if you give it a shake or two of black pepper, that actually increases the bioavailability. But honestly, just cook with the stuff. We add it into everything and you can't really taste it. Let's see.
Well, we say you can't taste it, but then if we happen to go out to eat, which we don't like to do,
it's super bland.
Our food tastes so gross.
So remember weeks ago when I was studying for the exam and I was talking about the assimilation node. This is something, I'm over 50, I take with my main meal. I take 2 to 3 of these every time with the main meal. This is a form of digestive enzyme called Medigest. It helps the acid in the stomach. Now, if you have acid reflux, you are actually probably lacking Medigest or hydrochloric acid. We see it all the time in our Heidelbergs. people will go to do the Heidelberg and their hydrochloric acid is tanked, they're hypochlorhydric, and guess what they have? They have acid reflux. They're on PPIs. They're trying to keep their acid down, and their body is absolutely screaming for it. Oh, here's another. If you're a patient at the clinic, part of the anti-inflammatory basics, here are two of the staples: Phytomulti and the omega-3s. You cannot run your systems without all the micronutrients. And you've heard me say it time and time and time again. You absolutely, positively have to have the phytonutrients to run things, because that's what your body runs on. Your body runs on micronutrients, vitamin A, zinc, selenium, all the carotenoids, all of these things. Your body doesn't run on whatever the new molecule of the day is from Abbott Labs or wherever else.
Well, and a lot of people can't get that because that comes from the dirt. It comes from vegetables that are grown in dirt. And a lot of the veggies aren't grown in dirt anymore.
So I didn't realize this was going to be a digestive class, but this Spectrazyme Complete, this is actually the vegetarian form of enzymes. So if you're a vegan vegetarian and you are diehard, you're going to stay on vegan and vegetarian, this is the enzymes that we use when somebody has pancreatic issues. So if you get gas, bloating, acid reflux 2 to 3 hours after you eat a meal, then your pancreas is not doing its job. And that's when we use this. So that's one of the things that we look for in people, and that's what we use to knock that down. So back to the Phytomulti, and that's Spectrazyme Complete. So I think that
last shot that worked on it
is our,
these clips
that's our deal. That's what we
These
have.
aren't reusable.
So, thank you for your time, and thank you for your attention. And now we got to go see what's wrong with the Jeep, because she had it pop up. You have a great night.
If they give you new clips, I can put it back together and we transfer that. So they need to actually be transferred.